Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Akaflos here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Arcane. So as usual, if you guys gonna enjoy it, consider liking this video as well as subscribing. I really do appreciate your support here, but most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future episodes or uploads. So single player playthroughs or content just like this one. And with that being said, let's get this episode started. So here we are in the game. We are currently, I believe, in Baron's Rest, and what we're doing here is we're trying to get Yasuo's legendary item quest done. So if I just go ahead and cycle the quest for you, we've already gotten the Whisker of the Wind's Fury that was completed in the last episode, where we finished off the Empyrean mission, which involved a Ionian. I don't know what the Ionian, what occupation the Ionian has, but yeah, we spoke to an Ionian fellow and essentially we completed that quest. That was how we got the Whisker of the Wind's Fury, or the Empyrean Whisker, the more correct term. We also got the Maple Seeds relatively early on. I think I mentioned this in the previous episode. It was in the Zephyr Peak episode here on the channel when I first, explored Windrake Isles. So we got those two done, and our next item that we should be focusing on getting is gonna be the effigy of the benevolent wind goddess, which I believe is JANNA. So how are we gonna get this effigy? Now this is a very simple quest. I'm gonna show you right here. It could be a bit lengthy as well. Did that guy just disappear somewhere when we passed by him? Yeah, that was a bit weird. It's okay. Yeah, so coming back to the today's episode, we are gonna want to get the wind effigy, the wind goddess effigy, and the way to do so is we need to enter the Crucible and fight the generic battles. Now, if you recall, I did mention that initially I thought the generic battles were unimportant and we could leave that for later, but apparently that is not the case. The only way to get the wind goddess effigy is to beat all enemies in the Crucible area. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just quickly get this battle started and take on the first enemy. I'll probably dedicate this episode and more than likely the next episode as well, because I think there will be quite a couple of enemies to face. We'll dedicate as many episodes as we can just to complete this, because like I said, I mainly just want to get the components to craft Storm Razor, so I think that's going to be important. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to this guy, which is the Arena Gatekeeper, and let's ask him what today's catch is, and so that we know what enemy we're facing, and then we'll send in a combatant and deal with it. So what is today's catch? This one's a real beauty, a giant vicious sea turtle that snapped the dinghy in half in one bite. Gorgeous creature. My advice, send in someone that can hit it real hard in a single blow, he says. Okay, we are gonna enter the ring. Let us send, what is this? Who do you choose to fight the beast? Remember, the participant fights alone. Fair enough. Let us send someone who hits hard, and I think that person could be Misfortune. Yeah, let's send Misfortune. Then there's just a matter of the entrance fee. We can pay 100 gold, or we can ask him, wait, I have to pay? Let's ask him why the hell do we have to pay first. This doesn't seem right. We are staking our lives, but we have to pay the entrance fee. He guffaws and slaps his knee. By the lady's beard, of course. The entrance fee covers maintenance, administration, feeding, and housing of the beast, but you do get a prize for winning. Okay, fair enough. So I guess we'll just pay the 100 gold. Good luck in there, and if I don't see you again, I promise someone will fish your corpse out and give you a proper sea burial, he says. He gives you a wink.
Another day, another fight.
Okay. So we're taking on a Showwalker here, which looks pretty much like the standard turtle model in the game. Interesting to note that we have at least 21 level advantages over it, so I think we were supposedly supposed to fight this guy relatively early on, but it's okay. We're doing it now. We're quite relatively late into the game. I think most of you would be around, would be taking on the enemies at this point of the game as well, so it's okay. But on the off chance some of you are facing this guy for the first time and you are roughly on the same level and you're not sure what to do, I'm just gonna quickly read through his abilities for you, and then you guys could evaluate from there. Showwalker. Alright, Snooze, the gentle giant will sleep until disturbed. Bone Snap deals heavy damage. Raging Slam deals massive damage to your champion, costs 30 mana. He is immune to stuns and he is defenseless because he is asleep, hence he will take 50% increased damage. Okay, so since it's a pretty standard battle and we have more than enough damage, let's just do a love tap and kill him in the first shot. Critical as well, which is kind of good.
That's what you get from my crew.
One woman wrecking crew, I would say, since Misfortune is alone. Okay, let's proceed. Don't get any XP because we are facing an underlevel enemy. You made it out. Truth is, my money was always on you. Here's a prize, champion, he says. Okay, we get reinforced leather tunic, so let's see what level this is. It shouldn't be too overpowered to my understanding. Just to double check, let's see what level is that. I think that's an armor for Alawi. Reinforced leather tunic, where the hell is it? Sorry, we have to go to armor. Reinforced leather tunic, level 6. Okay, so it's same like the enemy levels. That means I'm gonna guess that, you know, each time we fight an enemy, they are probably gonna be, the reward that we're gonna get, the loot is gonna be on the same level with the enemy that we just killed. So in that case, we could probably just, you know, speed through it and, you know, leave it when we face more high level opponents. So let's go ahead and carry on with the gauntlet. Interested in testing a metal. Let's check in what's the next enemy, the next opponent. We found this cannon crab in a hall up north. The crew knew something was up because it kept blowing up all other crabs they caught it with, and then it started firing at the crew themselves. My advice, send in someone that can hit it a bunch of times, really quickly, he says. Okay, so this also sounds perfectly for Misfortune, so let's go ahead and send her in again. We'll pay the entrance fee, and let's go.
Haul anchor, crew.
Okay, we have more than enough damage because we are again overpowered. But I'm still gonna read the what the cannon crab does in case you're taking it on for the first time. Cannon blast deals mortar damage over 3 shots, builds 5 overcharge, release energy, lightly heals himself when hit for 3 turns, costs 20 mana. Brittle shell reduces all damage taken by 90% when hit, gains a stack of crack in the shell, increasing damage taken by 5% per stack. He is also immune to stuns. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a love tap and kill him. Whoa.
I hate wasting bullets.
Did I misread something there? 1 second, I think I misread something. I definitely think I misread something. Just give me 1 second. Let me reread what it does. Okay. Reduces all damage taken by 90%. I had a bit of a brain fart there. I thought he would take increased damage by 90%. Okay, it's okay. So it looks like we need to try to get some, some multi shot damages here. So I think we'll try a 2-time. Or actually no, we can do a shredder because we don't need to conserve mana because we're not gonna get any overcharge bonus. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do a shredder and potentially kill him. Alright, there we go. Much better.
Another one down. Huh. Barely broke a sweat.
I agree. We barely broke a sweat there. Okay, so 122 XP. Let's see what the next battle is. Made it out, yada yada. Dogwalker's Pauldron. Okay, so I think it should be level 9, so we're not gonna check it. Let's see what the next enemy is. What's today's catch? Tried to split this group of plunder crabs up, but they just won't let us, so you've got to fight all 3 of them at the same time. Since they didn't want to split up, we're not gonna make you split up either. My advice, well, there's a lot of them and their claws are mighty fast, so you've just got to deal with it a lot. So you just got to deal with a lot of things slashing you at the same time. Okay, I like to enter the ring. Since you're fighting against a group of 3, it wouldn't be fair to go alone, so you won't have to choose a single combatant, you get to fight as a full party, he says. Cool. That means we get to fight with Misfortune, Yasuo, and Alawi. I have not changed the team, so yeah, we're just gonna roll with that. Let's go ahead and pay the entrance fee and head in.
Broken bones teach better lessons.
Okay, so looks like we have 3 plunder crabs here. Anguish, Destruction, and Misery. What an edgy set of names. Okay, let's go ahead and see what they do first. Anguish, the top guy, is gonna do poison rounds, deals more damage to a champion over 4 shots and applies a stack of poison. Repair Protocol revives a KO'd ally with 50% max XP. Fragile Shell increases all damage taken from power lane attack by about 30%. Okay, he has a second page here. Let's see what he does. Overdrive increases attack power of an ally for 3 turns as a moderate cooldown. Cool. Destruction will do flame rounds, does very light damage to each champion and applies a stack of ignite with each hit, dealing true damage over 3 turns. Flaming Salvo deals moderate magic damage to a champion over 4 shots and applies a stack of ignite. He will take increased damage from the balance lane by about 30%. Misery will do Shrapnel Bomb, deals light damage to a champion and applies Shrapnel and Shrapnel Bomb. Shrapnel Bomb explodes after 1 turn, dealing light damage and applying Shrapnel. Oil Spray deals more damage to a champion and applies Slippery Oil. Slippery Oil increases haste but explodes when hit with a fire attack, dealing more damage. Cumbersome Frame increases all damage taken from the speed lane by 30%. Okay, so looks like these guys actually balance out each other here. Destruction and Misery could be a very deadly combo on the if you're similarly leveled, because you know, this guy applies the oil thing and Destruction will ignite it and you'll get more damage off. Anguish could also be a threat because he can apply some poison and at the same time he can revive a KO'd ally. So going off that fact alone, if you are taking this on at a higher level and you're not gonna get any XP, mainly I think I would say just go ahead and play aggressively, take out Anguish first, then go for Destruction. Then go for Misery so that you remove the oil thing and then you go for Destruction. I think you can apply this strategy if you're similarly leveled as well, but because we're over leveled here and we have a lot of power, we're just gonna go ahead and go aggressive. So let's go ahead and do a... Oh, good thing Misfortune's mana is back, because if I'm not mistaken, we used a Shredder in the previous battle, and she's back to full, which is good. That means I think mana restores in between each battle, so, you know, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, in that sense, since we're over leveled, we won't be getting any XP. Let's go ahead and play aggressive. I'm gonna do a Gathering Storm and see if we can get them all. Not quite really, they didn't really do much. I am gonna do a instant ability, I think. No, let's not do instant. Let's do a Tidal Slam, speed, and see who we get. We're gonna do global damage again. We'll just keep doing global damage and see if we can kill them all. Just to save everyone some time. Alright, let's do a Shredder. Let's do speed as well.
Another one down.
Looking good.
Alright, nice.
I was just getting started.
Cool. Alright, 0 XP as expected, but the goal is nice, of course, 260 down there. Let's go ahead and see what awaits us next. Okay. We get an Inventor's Pistol, which I'm gonna assume is level 14, so again, not very important. Let's see what the next enemy is. Imagine looking out over the horizon and seeing seagull flying in the distance. Gentle, peaceful, that sounds nice. Now except instead of a seagull, it's a giant bat. And instead of in the distance, it's attacking your face. That's a very stark contrast there if you ask me. My advice, it likes to even the playing field a lot, both for itself and for you. So maybe send in someone that's okay with that. Okay. We're gonna enter the ring, and again we'll send Misfortune, which is the aggressive option, and we'll pay the entrance fee and take on this enemy.
Think you can handle me?
Okay, so we're taking on a Ravenous Shimmercoat. So let's go ahead and see what he does. Greedy Bite deals heavy damage and steals all dispellable buffs from the target. Reflective Mantle dispels all buffs and debuffs from itself and deals more damage for each debuff removed. Applies a random debuff. So, looks pretty easy to be honest. Forgive me because, you know, like I said, I'm over leveled, so not really sure how it's gonna be if you're on a similar level. But for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a Shredder and take him out.
Now the fun part. That's what you get from my crew.
Alright, again, one woman wrecking crew. So let's go ahead and just proceed with this then. Okay. Okay, we get a Orb of the Glade, and I'm gonna guess it's level 18. So, what I've noticed is that there's a pattern here that each enemy is increasing in level. That means the next one should be fairly close to our level 27. In that case, we need to be very thoughtful moving forward, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and just interact with this guy first. What's today's catch? This worm, well, it's so ugly, I don't see how its own mother could love it, and that's coming from one of the ugliest men in all of Bilgewater, so you know this thing is really ugly. Self-deprecation, I can relate. My advice, if you don't send in someone that has a way to clear things off of it, and him or herself, well, things will get out of control really quickly, he says. Okay, so looks like we might have to consider using cleansing and stuff, like debuffs and all that. Who do we send for this one? That's my question. I'm not sure because, you know, I'm also considering the level gap here. So I'm gonna guess that this one should be really close to level 27. And if it is really close to level 27, it could do some massive damage as well, aside from the debuffs and stuff. So, taking that into consideration, I think we need to send in a tank for this one. And I think we'll send in Alawi. Alawi should be good because I know for a fact that Alawi's, her healing miss. If we cast it in the speed lane, it can actually have a healing ability on it. In fact, I'm just going to show you real quick what I mean. Let me just leave this for now. I'm going to show you real quick if we go to the abilities tab and if we go to Alawi. I know for a fact that her healing miss, if we cast it in the speed lane, there we go. Sorry, I need to get it back again. Shouldn't click on it. Okay. So if we cast it in the speed lane, it's gonna get one debuff. It's gonna cleanse one debuff from each ally. So in this case, Alawi will be fighting solo. It's gonna cleanse herself for one debuff, which could be good. I'm not really sure though. What is this enemy gonna do? If it applies multiple debuffs, we could be in the gutter here. But yeah, you know what? Let's not worry too much. Let's just go ahead and deal with it and see what happens. We are gonna send Alawi in for this one. We're sending her also because she's a tank and it's the more safer option, aside from the ability for Alawi to do some good damage as well. So yeah, let's pay the entrance fee and let's head in.
I don't scare, I don't tire, and I don't stop.
Okay, by the looks of it, we're taking on something called a Gluttonous Worm, and as I anticipated, it's really close to our level here. 27 to 24, that's only a 3 level gap here. Let's see what it does first. Creeping Bile deals very light damage and applies a stack of Creeping Bile. Creeping Bile deals very light damage per stack and adds a stack of Creeping Bile per turn. Gluttonous Maw deals very heavy damage, deals additional damage if the target has no stacks of Creeping Bile. Okay, fairly scary. I don't know if I can conserve Overcharge for this one. Conserve mana and go for overcharge only here. I'm not really sure. You know what? We'll try it. We'll see. If the battle gets a bit too tough, we won't, we will abandon the plan of conserving mana and we'll just straight up use the mana. But until that happens, we're going to try to conserve it and see if we can get the overcharge bonus because I'm pretty darn sure that we're going to get some good XP from this because 24-27, really close. Okay, let's try a Tentacle Smash here. That's almost insignificant damage there. Whoa, that's half of what I like there. Kinda scary. Okay, since we have a lot of tentacles, and I'm gonna try Harsh Lesson. I'm gonna do speed so that we could take advantage of the increased attack power bonus here, and see what we get off of it.
Embrace motion.
Okay, not the greatest, but still some good damage I would feel. Okay. I think I'll try another Harsh Lesson here because we should be fine. And this should be a lot of damage. We don't really need to heal at the moment, so I think we should be okay. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. might not even need to heal here, to be honest. We could just kill him if we play this one right. Oh, did I give up the overcharge bonus there? Yeah, I think I gave up the overcharge bonus because I spent the second harsh lesson. Okay, in that case, we've already fucked up our own overcharge bonus, so no point of conserving it. In that sense, we might as well just, you know, go aggressively and see if we could kill him there. My apologies, it is a mistake. Probably should have been a bit more attentive, but it's okay. Actually, no. I'm gonna go ahead and do a healing mist first, because I think we should cleanse some of these debuffs, because they look a bit scary. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll cleanse Alawi first. Oh crap. Okay, I was a bit worried there because that one is kind of scary. Because if I'm not mistaken, it actually gets some increased damage if we do not have creeping balls. So cleansing sometimes isn't too great here, so be a bit careful about that. But it should be okay. We should be a-okay. So I'm gonna do a... No, let's not do a grace. How is the ultimate looking? 137 health plus 137 health per tentacle consumed. 1049, not the greatest. Okay, let's just do another harsh lesson, because like I said, we've already cocked up the overcharge bonus, so we might as well play aggressive and try to kill him.
Not yet my time.
He doesn't want to give us Baal, which is a bit scary. He better give us Baal this turn. For the first time, I'm begging he gives us a debuff, because if he does not, we're screwed. Okay, we are a-okay. Oh my god, this is the first time I'm hoping the enemy gives us a debuff. Alright, I'm gonna do a Scourge here, and just kill him. At the same time, we get a little bit of a heal, but I don't think that's necessary because we get the win here, essentially. So yeah, it should be fine.
You are unworthy. I have taught you the only way I know how, with my fists.
All right, cool. 216 XP. So we get we don't get the overcharge bonus. Like I said, I screwed it up, but a decent amount of gold as well. 1086, not bad. This is 36 XP for everyone, and we should be about halfway towards leveling up, which is kind of cool. Slightly, you know, under halfway, but it's okay. So we get a new prize here, which is called Shadow Edge, which is kind of cool. Let's quickly check it out. This should be fairly good gear because, you know, the level discrepancy has rather evened out a bit. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Shadow Edge. What weapon is that? It's a blade, right? So it should be for Yasuo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is for Yasuo. Shadow Edge. Okay. If Envenom, 20% chance on hit to poison the target for 784 true damage over 3 turns, which is kind of cool. A little bit of a penalty to health there, but an increment to attack power and critical, which is actually very, very good. So I think I'm just gonna give it to Yasuo. It's a fair sacrifice. So yeah, let's give it to him. Okay, cool. And that's pretty much it. So we're running out of time. We are really, really close to our episode runtime. I think I'm not really sure how much what time it is at the moment, but we should be really, really close. So taking that into consideration, I think I'm gonna end the video here because we are running out of time. So hopefully you found this gauntlet series of the Crucible here rather helpful or something, because it could, you know, it's gonna help with getting Yasuo's legendary weapon unlocked. So if you found it helpful and if you enjoyed the video, consider liking it as well as subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate your support, and most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future episodes or uploads of single player playthroughs or content just like this one. And with that being said, this is Gaflo signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully I catch you all in the next episode. Goodbye.